Chosen one, I need you to stop scrolling immediately. This moment is not a simple coincidence. This message is an urgent divine interception. Someone who knows your name has committed a grave spiritual crime against your soul. They practiced dark witchcraft to steal your ultimate blessing, and right now their life is being permanently cursed because they dared to touch a weapon of light. You need to listen closely to every single word. Do not leave this page under any circumstances. If you swipe away now, you will miss the vital revelation about who this person truly is. Heaven is trying to show you the face of your hidden enemy. They smiled in your face while plotting your absolute downfall in the dark shadows. Their time to manipulate you is officially up. For many long months, you have felt completely drained. You woke up tired with no energy left. Your shoulders were carrying an impossibly heavy spiritual weight. It felt like a dark cloud was following you, and every time you tried to move forward, an invisible wall pushed you back. You thought you were just dealing with normal stress, but the profound exhaustion was never your own fault. It was a deliberate and calculated dark spiritual attack. They used malicious energy to actively block your path. They wanted to see you fail in every endeavor. They wanted you completely broken and begging for help. The enemy saw the massive generational wealth and divine favor headed toward your timeline. They grew incredibly sick with intense envy and jealousy, so they tried to rewrite your destiny using dark forces. They truly thought they had won, but they made one fatal and deeply arrogant mistake. They severely underestimated exactly who they were dealing with. They did not realize you are a master of reality. You are heavily protected by ancestral forces and angelic armies that never sleep, so their dark witchcraft could not penetrate your divine aura. When they sent that dark energy toward you, it hit an impenetrable spiritual shield. And now that exact same dark energy is bouncing back to them, multiplied by 10. Right now, their physical and spiritual life is rapidly crumbling. Everything they touch is quickly turning into absolute dust. The financial resources they relied on are suddenly drying up. The fragile relationships they built on lies are exploding right in front of their panicked eyes. They wake up in cold sweats at 3 in the morning because the spiritual debt has come due. The universe is forcefully extracting the heavy payment today. They are absolutely terrified of your raw power now. They cannot even look you straight in the eye. You might have noticed someone acting very strange around you during these last few weeks. They avoid your presence because your pure light burns their guilty and wicked conscience. This dangerous person is someone you once deeply trusted. They sat at your table and ate your food while holding a hidden poison dagger. I will reveal the exact signs of their true identity very soon. You must prepare your strong heart for the coming shock. Do not let your beautiful empathy become a fatal weakness when the truth is exposed. You are an awakened empath with solid boundaries now. The divine realm is commanding you to stand firm and watch the ultimate justice unfold. You cannot save them from the massive storm they created. Now it is their turn to face the absolute wrath of final divine justice. The terrible curse they sent you has become their own permanent reality. Their malicious intentions have permanently locked them inside a dark prison of their own making. And heaven wants you to witness their epic fall, so you finally understand the true magnitude of your spiritual power. You are completely untouchable in this new golden era. The fierce spiritual warfare happening behind the scenes is incredibly intense. Powerful angels are actively dismantling the clever traps this hidden enemy set for you. The dark hexes and evil spells they whispered in the midnight hours are being completely reversed. Every single curse is turning into a profound and lasting blessing for your future. You are about to inherit the glorious kingdom. Stay with me closely until the very end of this urgent message. There is a hidden spiritual mechanism behind this attack that you absolutely must understand. If you close this video right now, you will completely miss the exact instructions on how to permanently seal your aura. You really need to know how to recognize the final dangerous trap they will try to set. They will try to crawl back into your peaceful life very soon. When their fragile world completely collapses around them, they will come looking for your bright light to save them. They will play the sad victim and cry fake tears. They will beg for your mercy and your endless forgiveness. You must instantly recognize this pathetic manipulation for what it truly is. Heaven is warning you to keep the door firmly shut and lock it forever. Your only important job right now is to remain completely calm. Embrace your quiet authority and let your silence speak volumes. Let the powerful universe handle the punishment while you step into your massive financial upgrade. Do not feel any guilt for their intense suffering. They chose to play with dark fire, and now they are burning in the exact same flames they prepared for you. Listen very carefully to what I am about to say next. Have you been waking up suddenly between 2 and 4 in the morning? Your heart is racing. Your mind is completely overwhelmed with anxious thoughts. And these heavy thoughts do not even feel like your own. I need to tell you the real reason for this midnight panic. Stay with me to understand exactly why your physical body is reacting this way. You thought it was just regular stress. You blamed your demanding job or your daily routines, but the profound exhaustion you feel deep inside your bones goes way beyond normal tiredness. You wake up after 8 solid hours of sleep feeling like you just ran a brutal marathon. Your limbs feel incredibly heavy. Your shoulders are tight, and there is a constant dull ache right in the center of your chest. This heaviness is absolutely real. You are not losing your mind, and you are not going crazy. You are a highly sensitive empath with strong boundaries that are currently under heavy siege. Every single day you step outside, you feel an invisible pressure pushing against your aura. The crowded rooms that used to be fine suddenly make you feel suffocated. You literally have to escape to catch your breath. You have been experiencing sudden and unexplainable headaches. Sharp pains strike you out of nowhere. You feel completely drained after simply talking to certain people on the phone. This is not a random coincidence. Your highly tuned spiritual antenna is picking up the malicious frequencies directed at your life. Your physical body is acting as a brilliant early warning system for your precious soul. The sudden isolation has also been extremely intense lately. You completely lost the desire to engage in meaningless social interactions. You look at your glowing phone screen and you just cannot bring yourself to text anyone back. Some people think you are being distant or rude, but your spirit is forcing you into divine isolation to protect your energy field from the massive incoming attacks. You prefer the absolute silence of your empty room. You crave quietness because the noise of the outside world feels violently loud. This is your overloaded nervous system screaming for a safe harbor. You are constantly on edge. You feel like you are waiting for a shoe to drop, even when everything seems perfectly fine on the surface. This constant hypervigilance is completely exhausting your daily reserves. Let us talk about the vivid and terrifying dreams. You are seeing snakes and dark figures and chaotic storms while you sleep. You wake up sweating and frantically gasping for air. These are not just random nightmares caused by something you ate. They are actual spiritual battles playing out in the astral realm. The witchcraft sent your way is trying to terrorize your subconscious mind while your physical guard is down. You might have even noticed unusual physical phenomena around your house. Electronics glitching for no obvious reason, light bulbs flickering right as you enter a room, a sudden drop in temperature that gives you deep chills, your loyal pets acting extremely erratic and staring at empty corners. All of these strange occurrences are clear markers of foreign energy attempting to invade your sacred space. I know you have been silently crying in the shower. You let the water wash away the warm tears because you do not want anyone to see you break. You have always been the strong one. You have always been the solid pillar of support for everyone else around you. But right now, you feel like the foundation is cracking. You feel like you are carrying the weight of the entire world entirely alone. Stop blaming yourself for feeling this incredibly weak. Stop telling yourself that you just need to work harder or be more positive. Toxic positivity will never save you from a targeted dark energy attack. Your spirit is undergoing a massive trauma response. You are fighting an invisible war that nobody else can see, and your beautiful soul is bravely holding the front line. I promise to tell you exactly why you are experiencing this profound midnight exhaustion. The reason you wake up drained is because your spirit does not sleep. While your physical body rests in bed, your spiritual warrior is actively fighting off the dark witchcraft. Your aura has been locked in hyper-defense mode for many long months. You are physically tired because your spirit has been working overtime. Your energy was violently attacked, but it was never defeated. The intense pressure in your chest is simply your divine shield absorbing the dark impact. The early morning awakenings are your guardian angels pulling you out of the spiritual crossfire to protect your mind. The intense fatigue is the natural aftermath of surviving a massive spiritual collision. You have successfully weathered the darkest storm. Let that deep truth completely settle into your spirit right now. Take one slow and deep breath. You are not broken. You are a resilient survivor of a massive energetic assault. The physical symptoms were simply the loud alarm bells confirming your immense spiritual importance. You are a prime target because your internal light is blindingly powerful. They attacked you because they deeply fear you. Let us travel back into your painful past for a moment. You spent so many years doubting your own brilliant mind. You constantly asked yourself if you were just being overly dramatic, and you thought you were imagining all those subtle insults and cold stares from people you loved. But I am here to completely validate your heavy heart today. You were never crazy. Your deep intuition was absolutely perfect. Do you remember that specific time your stomach suddenly dropped? Someone walked into the room and your entire energy shifted in a single second. You felt an instant wave of deep nausea. They smiled warmly at you and spoke with such sweet words while secretly hiding their dark intentions behind a very fake mask. But your internal alarm bells were screaming. You felt guilty for judging them. Stop carrying that heavy guilt right now. You were picking up on their hidden demonic frequency. They tried to gaslight you into believing you were just too sensitive. They deliberately created massive confusion to keep you completely off balance while they slowly drained your precious life force energy in the dark. And they used your beautiful empathy as a weapon against your own mind. Heaven wants to legally clear your good name today. Every single suspicion you had about those toxic individuals was 100% accurate. The universe was whispering the absolute truth directly into your spirit, because you were always meant to see through the grand illusions of this fake world. You saw their true colors long before they finally dropped their masks. You noticed their lies. They made you feel like you were the toxic one. You apologized so many times just to keep the fragile peace. You swallowed your deep pride and shrunk yourself to make them feel comfortable. You dimmed your blinding light because it exposed their ugly insecurities. But heaven watched you sacrifice your own happiness for people who literally prayed for your ultimate downfall behind closed doors. This is exactly why your period of isolation was absolutely necessary. God had to forcibly remove these dangerous parasites from your daily timeline. They were secretly gathering personal information to use in their dark rituals against you while pretending to be your most loyal and supportive friends. The rejection you cried over was actually your ultimate protection protocol. You were saved. You are a rare and beautiful anomaly in this shallow matrix. You operate entirely from a place of pure, unconditional love. You give people endless second chances because you truly want to see the best in them, even when they constantly show you their absolute worst behavior. And the enemy deeply exploited your kind nature. They knew they could never defeat you fairly. So they resorted to pathetic cowardice and dark witchcraft. They went behind your back to cast their wicked spells, but I want to remind you of something incredibly crucial right now. Everything they did to hurt you only amplified your spiritual gifts and forced your dormant power to fully activate in the darkest hour. The intense pressure they applied only turned you into a flawless diamond. You can finally exhale that massive breath you have been holding. Forgive yourself for not walking away from them sooner. You did not know you were dealing with literal demons disguised as regular people because your own soul is so profoundly filled with pure divine light. Your pure heart could not comprehend such deep malice. But now, your spiritual vision is completely clear. They wanted you to doubt your sanity forever. They wanted you medicated and confused and constantly questioning your own reality. They knew that a chosen one who does not know their true power is very easy to control and manipulate on a daily basis. But heaven stepped in and shattered their grand illusion. You finally see the raw truth today, and the truth has set you free. You no longer need any external validation from this broken world. Your direct connection to the divine source is your ultimate proof. The chills you feel hearing this message are your spirit guides deeply confirming every single word. You are completely sane. You are incredibly powerful. And you are walking on a highly protected divine timeline that no dark magic can ever possibly alter or destroy. Now we must prepare for the next critical phase of this revelation. The universe is about to show you exactly how this dark energy operates. You need to understand the specific physical and spiritual mechanism behind their witchcraft so you can permanently block their hidden access to your precious life force. Listen closely to this next part. It changes absolutely everything. We must now expose the exact mechanism behind their dark obsession with your light. Why would anyone spend their precious time performing secret witchcraft just to block your path? They are not simply jealous of your physical possessions or your outer beauty. The truth is far more sinister and deeply rooted in the unseen spiritual realm. They are starving energy vampires, desperately hunting for a powerful source. You are naturally born with an incredibly high vibrational frequency. You walk into a room and the atmosphere instantly shifts without you saying a single word. Your pure aura radiates a blinding white light that the forces of darkness find absolutely terrifying and highly desirable at the exact same time. The narcissists in your life have a broken and completely empty spiritual core. They produce zero light. They operate strictly on the lowest possible frequencies of fear and shame. Because they cannot generate their own divine energy, they must brutally siphon it from high-level beings just like you. You were their primary food source for many long years. They attached dark, energetic cords to your chakras and slowly drained your vitality while smiling directly into your beautiful face. When you finally began to heal and set your firm boundaries, everything changed. You stopped tolerating their endless abuse. You started ignoring their toxic messages and cut off their access to your precious time and energy. This act of self-love created massive panic in their dark world. They suddenly lost their main supply of life force. They began literally starving in the spiritual realm, and this is the exact moment they turned to dark witchcraft. They could no longer manipulate you through simple, emotional abuse or clever guilt trips because your mind was becoming too strong. So they had to bypass your conscious awareness entirely. They used dark rituals to attack your subconscious mind while you were asleep and highly vulnerable. They wanted to violently force the connection open again. Their dark spells were specifically designed to lower your natural vibration. They needed you trapped in a constant state of heavy anxiety and deep depression. Why? Because you are completely unreachable to them when you vibrate at the frequency of pure joy and unconditional love. They needed you operating down in the dark mud with them so they could easily reattach their parasitic cords to your aura. They sent dark entities to actively block your massive financial blessings. They knew that if you gained total financial independence, you would permanently escape their toxic control. They cursed your relationships, so you would remain isolated and deeply lonely. They wanted you so desperately starved for human connection that you would come crawling back to their abusive arms. Their evil plan was meticulously detailed, but there is a hidden spiritual law they foolishly chose to ignore. You can never successfully curse someone who is actively marked and protected by God. When you send a dark hex toward a chosen one, the malicious energy searches for a massive tear in their divine armor. If the armor is solid, the dark magic has absolutely nowhere to land. It cannot penetrate pure divine light. Because you have been doing the hard internal healing work, your aura became incredibly strong and completely impenetrable. Their witchcraft hit your glowing shield and violently shattered into a million sharp pieces. But energy cannot simply disappear. It must return to its original source. This is the precise universal law of energetic reflection that they completely failed to anticipate before they launched their attack. This is exactly why they are currently facing complete and utter destruction. The immense darkness they unleashed is now rapidly returning to their own doorstep. And it is bringing 7 times more intense chaos along with it. They summoned dark forces that they can no longer control or banish from their own wretched lives. They are completely drowning in the deep toxic swamp they built just for you. Type exactly 111 down in the comments to claim this alignment. You need to firmly establish this truth in the physical realm today. Acknowledge that their dark weapons have spectacularly failed. Your total awareness of this hidden mechanism is the final key to breaking their weak spells permanently. You are no longer an oblivious victim wandering in the dark. You are a fully awakened master. Now we must move into the next phase of your glorious victory. You need to know exactly how to recognize the clear physical signs that their curses are rapidly breaking. The universe is sending you very specific clues to confirm that the spiritual war is already won. And the final victory is much sweeter than you could have ever imagined in your wildest dreams. We are now entering the magnificent season of ultimate divine retribution. The mighty tables are finally turning in your favor right now. The heavy spiritual pressure you felt in your chest is rapidly lifting as we speak. Heaven has officially ordered the complete energetic purge of your timeline. Every dark seed they planted in your soil is being forcefully uprooted and thrown straight into the eternal fire. Imagine their absolute sheer panic when they realize their dark magic has completely failed. They are frantically checking their twisted spells and desperately wondering why you are still standing strong. They expected you to break down in tears and beg for their toxic help. But instead, you are glowing brighter than ever before. You are walking with your head held incredibly high. Your quiet confidence terrifies them deeply. They are currently watching their own entire life completely unravel at terrifying speed. The lucrative opportunities they stole from you are suddenly turning into massive, heavy debts. The false friendships they built by spreading wicked lies about you are exploding in their faces. Their inner circle is quickly turning against them. The dark entities they summoned to destroy you are now aggressively feeding on their own masters. They cannot sleep peacefully anymore. They toss and turn while sweating profusely through the long dark nights. Their guilty conscience is screaming so loudly they cannot hear their own thoughts. They keep seeing your calm face every time they close their tired eyes. The universe is explicitly forcing them to witness your spectacular rise while they rapidly sink into the deep abyss. This is their absolute worst nightmare. They desperately try to maintain their fake perfect image for the public. They post happy pictures and smile widely for the blind crowds. But behind closed doors, they are completely losing their minds. Their physical health is rapidly deteriorating because the toxic energy they sent you is literally poisoning their own weak bodies. They are aging incredibly fast under the immense weight of their heavy karma. You need to completely release any lingering feelings of false pity for them. Do not let your beautiful empathic nature trick you into trying to save them from this storm. You cannot interfere with the universe's divine justice system. They were given numerous chances to repent and walk away, but they chose absolute destruction instead. You must let them drink the entire cup of poison they poured for you. This energetic purge is a glorious sight to behold in the spiritual realm. The heavy dark cords they attach to you are violently snapping one by one. Your blocked chakras are spinning with brilliant divine light again. The massive financial abundance they tried to legally steal is being forcefully redirected back into your bank accounts with heavy interest. You are receiving double portions for your immense pain. Every single tear you shed in secret has been collected by heaven. God is actively turning your deep sorrow into incredibly powerful spiritual currency. The intense suffering you endured was simply the rigorous training camp for your ultimate rise to immense power. They thought they were burying you deep in the cold dirt, but they did not know you were a rare and powerful divine seed. And now, you are rapidly blooming in the darkest hour. Your spiritual gifts are sharpening to an unprecedented level. You can instantly spot a liar from a mile away. Your intuition is razor sharp and completely flawless. You no longer second-guess the powerful messages you receive from the universe. You have evolved into a highly dangerous weapon of light that no darkness can ever possibly extinguish again. Do not look back at the burning bridge. Let the heavy ashes fall exactly where they belong. The dark chapter of constantly surviving is officially and permanently closed. You are stepping into the glorious era of absolute thriving. But before you can fully claim your golden crown, you need to recognize the exact physical markers of this profound shift. You must see the clear signs of your victory. The universe is explicitly communicating with you right now through very specific channels. You are not meant to walk this new path completely blind. The next signs I reveal will absolutely confirm that your powerful angels are actively marching ahead of you. Prepare your spirit to receive the ultimate physical proof of your total liberation. The divine confirmation is finally arriving today. Now I must reveal the very specific divine signs that confirm your absolute victory. The universe never works in silence when a chosen one is being massively upgraded. You are about to see incredibly powerful physical manifestations of your spiritual protection. These are not random occurrences. They are the official heavenly seals, proving that the dark witchcraft has been permanently broken. Pay close attention to these sacred markers. First, you are going to see the angel numbers 777 and 888 everywhere you look. You will see them on license plates, digital clocks, and random receipts. This is not your mind playing simple tricks on you. The number 7 represents ultimate spiritual perfection and divine completion. It means the heavy cycle of suffering is officially finished. The brutal test is finally over. The number 8 is the infinite symbol of massive financial abundance and sudden wealth transfer. When you see 888, heaven is explicitly telling you that the blocked resources are currently rushing into your timeline. The money they tried to legally steal through dark rituals is being forcefully returned to your hands. Your empty bank accounts are about to experience a miraculous and rapid overflow. Second, you will notice a sudden and dramatic shift in how strangers completely react to your presence. People you have never met will randomly walk up to you and offer unsolicited help or incredible opportunities. They will tell you that you have a very calming and beautiful energy. This happens because your aura is no longer clouded by their toxic dark spells. Your pure white light is finally visible. Conversely, anyone holding secret malice in their dark hearts will be physically repelled by you. Toxic co-workers will suddenly avoid your desk. Fake friends will quietly drop out of your life without a single fight. You will not even have to actively cut them off anymore. Your incredibly high frequency acts as an automatic divine filter. The garbage is taking itself out of your sacred space. Third, the profound physical exhaustion is going to completely vanish overnight. You will wake up feeling incredibly light and deeply energized before your alarm even rings. The heavy pressure sitting right in the middle of your chest will suddenly dissolve into thin air. You will take a deep breath and finally feel the fresh air reaching the bottom of your lungs. Your vital life force is fully restored. You will suddenly rediscover your deep passion for life. The creative projects you abandoned because you were too tired will suddenly call your name again. You will find yourself laughing genuinely for the first time in many long months. This sudden burst of pure joy is the ultimate proof that the parasitic, energetic cords have been completely severed. You are finally running on your own pure divine power. Fourth, you are going to experience highly prophetic and incredibly vivid dreams. The dark nightmares of snakes and chaotic storms are permanently gone. Instead, you will dream of flying high above beautiful green mountains. You will see doors opening and golden keys being placed directly into your open hands. Your spirit guides are actively showing you the magnificent blueprint of your new, upgraded reality. You must deeply trust these beautiful visions. Do not let the cynical world convince you that they are just silly fantasies. Your subconscious mind is highly attuned to the divine realm right now. The universe is giving you a sneak peek of the glorious kingdom you are about to inherit. Your future is incredibly bright and completely untouched by their weak, dark magic. But wait, there is one final and highly dangerous trap I must warn you about before we reach the ultimate peak. The enemy knows they have completely lost the spiritual war. Their dark spells have spectacularly failed, so they will make one last desperate attempt to ruin your peace in the physical realm. They will try to send a very specific counterfeit into your life right before the big breakthrough. This is the exact reason why you cannot afford to drop your guard right now. If you blindly accept this false offering, you will willingly hand over the keys to your new kingdom. You must recognize this final test so you can boldly reject it and step directly into your massive power. Listen incredibly closely to the next critical revelation. Your entire destiny completely depends on this single moment. The final trap is the sudden return of someone from your past. They will reach out with a very sweet apology exactly when your new blessings start flowing in. They will claim they have changed and deeply miss your bright light. Do not fall for this pathetic illusion. This is the dark enemy trying to sneak a Trojan horse past your brand new iron gates. You must ruthlessly ignore their desperate knock, because tonight you are no longer the deeply wounded empath who desperately begged to be understood. You are no longer the fragile victim constantly explaining your pure intentions to dark, twisted minds. The brutal crucible of pain you just survived has completely forged you into the absolute and untouchable master of your own reality. The tears are gone. The waiting season is officially over. You have survived the most brutal spiritual assassination attempt, and you emerged completely victorious. Look at your own hands right now. These are the hands of a powerful cycle breaker. You are the specific one in your entire bloodline who finally stood up and permanently crushed the generational curse. The dark witchcraft that destroyed your ancestors hit a solid brick wall when it finally met you. You are the massive storm they were so incredibly terrified of. They thought their petty isolation would break your spirit. but divine isolation only sharpened your lethal spiritual blade. From this exact moment on, your immense energy demands absolute respect without a single word being spoken. You walk into a room and the darkness immediately flees in absolute terror because they instantly recognize your supreme authority. Your silence is now your most dangerous and lethal weapon. You no longer need to argue or defend your righteous position. You do not need to prove anything to people committed to misunderstanding you. Their loud opinions are completely irrelevant noise in your magnificent kingdom. You simply sit on your high throne and watch the universe perfectly execute divine justice on your behalf. The battle is completely won. Can you feel that massive surge of hot energy running through your spine right now? That is the glorious frequency of absolute total victory. Your physical body is actively downloading the highest possible timeline. The heavy chains of their dark magic are violently shattering into a million pieces at your feet. You are completely unbound. You are fiercely protected. You are wildly and gloriously free. Every single door that they maliciously slammed shut in your face is being blown off its hinges by heaven right now. The immense wealth, the pure love, the deep peace, it is all rushing toward you with the unstoppable force of a massive tsunami. They tried to legally bury you in the dark dirt, but they made the fatal mistake of forgetting that you were always a divine seed, ready to powerfully bloom. You are an undeniable anomaly in this broken world. You are a fierce warrior of pure light. The enemy is currently watching their entire dark empire burn to the ground, while a massive, beautiful table is being prepared for you right in their presence. They have to sit and watch you eat the glorious feast they tried to steal. This is your ultimate and final revenge. Absolute, undeniable success. Breathe in this magnificent truth. Fill your lungs with the sweet air of total liberation. You have officially crossed the finish line. The dark witchcraft is completely neutralized. The massive financial blockages are permanently removed. Your glowing aura is firmly sealed with the blood of absolute divine protection. No weapon ever formed against you will ever prosper again in this lifetime. You are invincible. Embrace your new, powerful identity. You are the chosen one who survived the darkest night alone. You are the rare soul who walked through the blazing fire and did not even smell like smoke. You are the absolute master of your magnificent reality. The entire universe is currently bowing to your command. Step boldly into your glorious light and take back everything they stole from you. It is entirely yours. Now, we must permanently lock this incredible frequency. You need to officially seal this new reality so no dark force can ever tamper with it again. The final step requires a deliberate action from you to anchor this massive blessing into the physical world. Listen closely to the final decree. The ultimate closure is waiting for you right now. The pitch-black darkness has finally retreated completely behind you. The violent spiritual storm has officially passed. You are standing incredibly tall right now. The heavy dust is slowly settling on the battlefield, and you can clearly see that you are the only one left standing. The enemy has been completely eradicated from your beautiful timeline. You survived the absolute worst they could throw at you. Their dark witchcraft hit your bright shield and violently shattered. You did not just survive this brutal attack, you completely mastered the hidden spiritual elements around you. And now your pure energy demands total respect, without you ever having to raise your voice again. This is the profound essence of your new quiet authority. You do not need to announce your incredible victory to the world. You do not need to post long explanations online. The people who matter most will instantly feel your supreme power, and the enemies who tried to destroy you will quietly watch your spectacular rise in absolute terror. They will create fake accounts just to secretly watch you glow. They will obsessively check your status while hiding in the deep shadows. Let them watch your magnificent ascension. Let your undeniable success be the only loud response you ever give them. Your profound silence is heavily armed, and it is incredibly dangerous to their weak egos. The entire universe is incredibly proud of your resilient spirit today. Heaven watched you hold the heavy line when you were completely exhausted. You never gave up on your pure and beautiful heart. Because you stayed true to your divine nature, the highest realms are throwing a massive celebration in your honor right now. You have finally passed the ultimate test. Now we must permanently lock this glorious frequency into your physical reality. You cannot leave any energetic doors cracked open for the enemy. You must actively claim this massive victory with a deliberate physical action. This simple action will completely seal your bright aura and establish a permanent energy receiving station for your future blessings. I need you to place your hand over your strong heart right now. Take one incredibly deep breath of fresh air. Feel the absolute lightness returning to your beautiful physical body. Type the word Amen down in the comments below to officially seal this reality. This written declaration is your binding contract with the divine forces of heaven. When you type that powerful word, you are building an impenetrable wall. No dark magic will ever cross that sacred boundary again. Your financial blockages are officially permanently destroyed. Your path to true love is completely clear of all toxic obstacles, and the universe is actively aligning massive new opportunities that will blow your mind very soon. You are stepping into a timeline of absolute effortless abundance. You no longer have to fight brutal wars just to find basic peace. Good things are naturally drawn to your high vibration now. You are a powerful spiritual magnet for immense wealth and deep unconditional love. You have earned every single drop of this magnificent golden rain, but your divine mission as a chosen one does not end here. You are a brilliant lighthouse in a very dark and broken world. There are millions of beautiful souls currently bleeding in the cold shadows. They are desperately fighting the exact same witchcraft you just defeated, and they desperately need a guiding light to help them find their way home. The dark enemy wants to keep everyone completely isolated and confused. They thrive when powerful empaths feel entirely alone in their deep suffering. You have the ultimate power to break their sick illusion right now. You carry the specific divine medicine that can instantly heal a broken heart. You must completely activate your new anointing today. If this fiery message has reignited the powerful faith inside you, do not stop the flow. Do not keep this massive blessing entirely to yourself. You must partner with heaven to completely destroy the enemy's dark network. Sowing a tiny seed of hope today is actively multiplying the immense blessing for your own beautiful tomorrow. Share this exact video with someone who truly needs to hear it. Send it to that friend who has been incredibly tired lately. Post it where another bleeding chosen one can finally find it. When you share this divine truth, you are throwing a heavy lifeline to a drowning soul. You are acting as the physical hands of powerful angels. You are the undeniable cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. You are the master of reality who tamed the violent storm. You are the weapon of light that the darkness can never extinguish. Walk forward into your new magnificent era with your head held incredibly high. You are deeply loved, and you are completely untouchable forever.